May the 16th, 2006. A date etched in mystery. A day that began like any other but would soon spiral into a vortex of unanswered questions. This is the story of Rey Rivera, a young man, a loving husband, an aspiring filmmaker. On the surface, an ordinary life. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. Plans shrouded in darkness. A death that continues to haunt investigators and ignite the imaginations of armchair detectives worldwide. This is a story about the shadows that linger long after the lights go out. Baltimore, Maryland. A city brimming with life. A city steeped in history. But beneath its vibrant facade, Baltimore harbors secrets. Dark secrets. Secrets waiting to be unearthed. It was here, in this city of contradictions, that Rey Rivera lived with his wife, Allison. They were newlyweds, their love a beacon of hope in a world that often felt cold and unforgiving. Rey was a writer, a dreamer. He spent his days crafting narratives, breathing life into characters and chasing the elusive dream of Hollywood. The day began like any other. The sun rose, casting its golden rays over the city. But as the hours ticked by, a sense of unease began to creep in. A palpable shift in the atmosphere. Rey received a phone call, a call that changed everything. The details of the call remain a mystery, lost to the sands of time. But one thing is certain, the call left Rey visibly shaken. He grabbed his keys, his phone, and rushed out the door. He left behind his wallet, his medication. Allison returned home to an empty house. Where had Rey gone? What had happened in those frantic moments before he vanished? Hours turned into a blur of worry and unanswered prayers. Allison, her heart pounding in her chest, reached for her phone. Dialing Rey's number over and over again, each unanswered ring felt like a nail hammered into the coffin of hope. Friends, family, anyone who might have a clue about Rey's whereabouts were contacted. Each conversation ended the same way, a shared sense of bewilderment, a growing fear that something was terribly wrong. The police were called, a missing person report was filed. Rumors, like wildfire, began to spread through the community. Whispers of a troubled marriage, of financial woes, of a man on the verge of a breakdown. But those closest to Rey, those who knew him best, dismissed these speculations. This was not the Rey they knew. The loving husband, the devoted friend, the aspiring artist with a heart full of dreams. A security camera at Rey's office building captured him leaving in a hurry, but it was what he left behind that was most perplexing. His car, a symbol of his independence, sat untouched in the parking garage. The Belvedere Hotel, a Baltimore landmark, a grand dame of a bygone era. Now, it stood as a silent sentinel, its elegant facade masking a growing sense of dread. For it was within the walls of this historic building that Rey's story would take its most bizarre and tragic turn. A group of construction workers stumbled upon a scene that defied explanation. In a vacant conference room, lying amidst dust and debris, was Rey's body. The news, like a shockwave, ripped through Baltimore. How did Rey end up in a vacant conference room on the opposite side of the city from where he was last seen? The official investigation, methodical and painstaking, began to piece together the fragments of Rey's final moments. But with each revealed detail, the puzzle seemed to grow more complex, the image more distorted. The city of Baltimore, once a backdrop to Rey's life, was now a central character in his death, its streets whispering secrets, its buildings bearing silent witness to a tragedy that defied explanation. The peculiar death of Rey Rivera was no longer just a local tragedy, it was a mystery that would captivate the nation. The Belvedere Hotel, once a symbol of grandeur and elegance, now held a grim secret within its aged walls. Rey's body, discovered in that desolate conference room, became an unsettling puzzle piece in a story that seemed to defy logic. The conference room, located on the lower floors of the hotel, was nowhere near the roof. Yet, the official theory emerged. Rey had fallen, but the laws of physics, those unwavering principles of the universe, seemed to whisper a different story. Could someone have moved Rey's body? Could the fall have been staged? Adding to the enigma, investigators discovered a peculiar artifact in Rey's home. Taped to the back of his computer, hidden from plain sight, was a note. A note that seemed to be written in a language only Rey could understand. The note, rambling and disjointed, was a tapestry of seemingly random thoughts, movie quotes, and names of people both familiar and unknown. Some saw the note as evidence of a mental break, a descent into a darkness that consumed Rey from within. Others, however, saw a hidden message, a desperate plea for help disguised as gibberish. Codebreakers and cryptologists were brought in. Their expertise sought to unlock the secrets held within the note's cryptic lines. They searched for patterns, for hidden meanings, for any shred of evidence that could shed light on Rey's final moments. The note, however, remained an enigma, its secrets stubbornly guarded. Every attempt to decode it seemed to lead to a dead end, further deepening the mystery surrounding Rey's death. Was the note a red herring designed to mislead investigators? Or was it a genuine cry for help, lost in translation? The note, like the fall itself, refused to conform to logic or reason. Rey's work at a financial newsletter, a world of high stakes and shadowy dealings, became a focal point for speculation. Had he stumbled upon something he shouldn't have seen? Had he crossed paths with individuals who operated outside the boundaries of the law? Rumors swirled about Rey uncovering financial discrepancies, perhaps even illegal activities. Was Rey's death a tragic accident, a desperate suicide, or a calculated act of violence? The city of Baltimore, once a familiar backdrop to Rey's life, now felt like a breeding ground for secrets. The note, that cryptic message from beyond the grave, became an obsession for investigators. Was it the ramblings of a troubled mind on the verge of collapse, or a complex puzzle leading to the truth behind Rey's demise? Certain phrases, seemingly plucked from thin air, hinted at a deeper meaning. References to movies like The Game starring Michael Douglas, a film about a man pulled into a dangerous and elaborate game, fueled speculation that Rey's reality had taken a similarly sinister turn. Was Rey caught in a web of his own making, a twisted game where the line between reality and illusion had become dangerously blurred? One theory whispered in hushed tones was that Rey had suffered a psychotic break. The note, those seemingly nonsensical ramblings, could be interpreted as a window into a mind fractured, a desperate attempt to make sense of a world spiraling out of control. Had the weight of his dreams, the pressure of his aspirations, pushed him to the brink? Was the note a final desperate cry for help, lost in the abyss of his own mind? Was this a descent into madness, a gradual unraveling of a brilliant mind? One of the most intriguing aspects of the note was the inclusion of symbols and phrases associated with the Freemasons, a centuries-old fraternal organization shrouded in secrecy and often linked to conspiracy theories. Was Rey a Freemason himself, or had he stumbled upon information related to the organization, information someone was willing to kill to protect? The Freemasons, with their history of secret rituals and arcane knowledge, have long been a source of fascination and speculation. Was Rey's death a tragic consequence of his association with this secretive organization, or was the connection a red herring? As investigators delved deeper into Rey's life, they uncovered a family history steeped in secrets. Rey's father, it was revealed, had been involved in clandestine activities during the Cold War, working for a government agency that dealt in espionage and covert operations. Had Rey stumbled upon his father's past, uncovering secrets that were meant to remain buried? Had he become the target of those who sought to silence the ghosts of a bygone era? Was Rey's death a tragic echo of his father's past, a legacy of secrets that had come back to haunt the present? Years have passed since that fateful day in May, but the mystery of Rey Rivera's death remains unsolved. The note, that enigmatic message from beyond the grave, continues to haunt investigators and amateur sleuths alike. Was it a suicide note penned by a troubled soul? A coded message left behind for those who knew how to decipher it? Or a final act of defiance, a desperate attempt to expose a truth that someone somewhere fought desperately to conceal? The peculiar death of Rey Rivera stands as a stark reminder that sometimes, the most baffling mysteries are those that defy explanation. Rey's work at the financial newsletter, a world of numbers, trends and whispers of fortunes made and lost, took on a new significance as investigators dug deeper into his life. Had his work, his pursuit of financial truths, inadvertently led him down a dangerous path? Had he stumbled upon information that someone, somewhere, would kill to protect? Had Rey, in his pursuit of financial truth, unwittingly ventured into a den of wolves, where the price of knowledge could be a bullet in the dark? At the center of this financial labyrinth stood a figure of particular interest to investigators, Porter Stansberry, a successful financial publisher and a close friend of Rey's. Stansberry had given Rey his start in the world of financial writing, offering him a job at his company and welcoming him into his inner circle. But as the investigation unfolded, questions arose about the nature of their relationship, the extent of their financial dealings, and whether Stansberry knew more about Rey's death than he was letting on. Had their friendship, once a source of support and camaraderie, soured under the weight of ambition, greed, or something far more sinister? Despite years of investigation, numerous theories, and even the scrutiny of the popular Netflix series Unsolved Mysteries, Rey Rivera's case remains open, a chilling testament to the enduring power of unanswered questions. How did Rey end up in a vacant conference room, his body bearing injuries inconsistent with a simple fall? What secrets did his cryptic note hold, and were its cryptic messages a desperate plea for help, a final act of defiance, or simply the ramblings of a troubled mind? Was Rey's death a tragic accident, a desperate suicide, or a cold-blooded murder? And if it was murder, who was responsible, and what motive could have driven them to such extremes? The lack of definitive answers continues to haunt those who knew and loved Rey, leaving them forever searching for closure in the labyrinth of possibilities. The passage of time has done little to quell the speculation surrounding Rey Rivera's death. If anything, the lack of answers has only served to fuel the imaginations of armchair detectives and conspiracy theorists, who continue to dissect every detail of the case, searching for clues that others may have missed. Was Rey's death a tragic consequence of his involvement in the high-stakes world of finance, a world where fortunes are made and lost on a whim, and where secrets are often guarded with deadly force? Or was there a more personal motive at play, a hidden truth buried deep within the complexities of human relationships, jealousy, betrayal, or revenge? As long as the truth remains elusive, the seeds of doubt will continue to grow, taking root in the fertile ground of unanswered questions and unfulfilled justice. And so, the peculiar death of Rey Rivera remains an enigma, a chilling reminder that even in the age of information and technology, some mysteries defy explanation, leaving us forever grappling with the unknown. While the official investigation seemed to stall, lost in a maze of dead ends and unanswered questions, one person refused to let Rey's memory fade into obscurity. Allison, his wife, his soulmate, his fiercest advocate, carried the torch of truth, her determination fueled by grief and a burning need for answers. She became a tireless crusader, her voice echoing through the void left by Rey's absence. She contacted journalists, private investigators, anyone who would listen to her story, her plea for justice, her unwavering belief that Rey's death was more than just a tragic accident. She kept his memory alive, sharing his story, his dreams, his infectious laughter with anyone who would listen. She refused to let the world forget the young man with a kind heart and a passion for storytelling, a man whose life was tragically cut short. Her unwavering love, her refusal to give up hope, became a beacon of light in the darkness, inspiring others to join her fight, to demand answers, to ensure that Rey's story would not be forgotten. Allison's unwavering pursuit of the truth caught the attention of the producers of Netflix's Unsolved Mysteries, a platform known for breathing new life into cold cases and bringing long-forgotten mysteries back into the public eye. The episode, titled A Death in Baltimore, brought Rey's story to a global audience, captivating viewers with its intricate web of clues, its cast of enigmatic characters, and the heart-wrenching story of a love cut short. The response was overwhelming. Tips poured in from around the world, each one a potential piece of the puzzle, a possible lead that could unlock the secrets of Rey's final moments. The episode not only reignited interest in Rey's case, but also provided a platform for other families of unsolved mysteries, offering a glimmer of hope that their loved ones' stories too might one day find resolution. Despite the renewed interest, the fresh leads, the tireless efforts of investigators and amateur sleuths alike, Rey's case remains unsolved, A chilling reminder that some mysteries refuse to be solved, their secrets locked away in the unforgiving embrace of time. Yet, even in the face of such uncertainty, there is a flicker of hope, a belief that someday, somehow, the truth will emerge. Perhaps a new witness will come forward, a piece of overlooked evidence will be re-examined, or a technological advancement will shed new light on the cryptic clues. Until then, Rey's story serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of life, the enduring power of love, and the relentless pursuit of truth, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. The mystery of Rey Rivera's death may never be fully solved, but his legacy, the love he shared, the dreams he pursued, and the fight for justice that continues in his name, will continue to inspire and resonate for years to come. The phone call that sent Rey rushing out of his house that day, his last moments captured on grainy security footage, remains a haunting echo in the void of unanswered questions. Who was on the other end of the line? What urgent message, what plea, what threat could have compelled Rey to abandon his belongings, his life in such a haste? Was it a wrong number? A cruel twist of fate that set in motion the chain of events leading to Rey's demise? Or was it a deliberate act, a calculated manipulation designed to lure Rey into a deadly game? The unanswered call stands as a metaphor for the entire case, a tantalizing piece of the puzzle, a clue that promises answers but ultimately leads only to more questions. It is a haunting reminder of the randomness of fate, the fragility of life, and the enduring power of mystery to captivate our imaginations and leave us forever searching for answers in the shadows. The peculiar death of Rey Rivera is more than just a true crime story. It's a stark reminder that some questions simply linger, unanswered, echoing through the corridors of time. It's a testament to the limits of our understanding, the elusive nature of truth, and the heavy weight of mystery that can cling to a city, a family, and a memory. Despite years of investigation, countless theories, and the tireless efforts of those who refuse to let Rey's story be forgotten, the truth remains frustratingly out of reach. The pieces of the puzzle, though plentiful, refuse to interlock, leaving us with a disjointed narrative, a story without a satisfying conclusion. And yet, the human need for answers, for resolution, for a sense of closure, persists. We are drawn to mysteries like this, compelled to delve into the unknown, hoping to find a thread of logic, a glimmer of understanding, that will illuminate the darkness and bring order to the chaos. In the heart of Baltimore, where Rey Rivera lived, worked, and ultimately met his end, his memory continues to resonate. The city, with its rich history, its vibrant culture, and its share of shadows, has become inextricably linked to the mystery that has come to define his legacy. Rey's story serves as a constant reminder that even in a world saturated with information, where technology promises to connect us and uncover the truth, some secrets remain stubbornly hidden, buried beneath layers of speculation, conjecture, and the passage of time. But Rey's story is also a testament to the power of human connection, the enduring strength of love and loyalty, and the unwavering determination of those who refuse to let the truth be silenced. The peculiar death of Rey Rivera is a story without an ending, a film reel that cuts off abruptly, leaving the audience in stunned silence, their minds racing to fill in the missing frames. It is a story that challenges our perceptions of reality, reminding us that not all narratives have a neat resolution, and that sometimes the most unsettling mysteries are those that leave us with more questions than answers. In the absence of a definitive conclusion, we are left to grapple with the possibilities, to weigh the evidence, to construct our own narratives of what might have transpired on that fateful day in May. We become detectives in our own right, poring over the details, searching for clues, hoping to uncover a hidden truth that has eluded so many for so long. But ultimately, the mystery of Rey Rivera's death serves as a powerful reminder of the limits of our understanding, the enduring allure of the unknown, and the haunting truth that some stories, much like life itself, are destined to remain forever unfinished.